He is sheer poetry in motion on horseback.
He's just different, this guy, Frankie Dettori.
Are you superstitious? Do you ever touch a trophy before you've won it?
No, I'm not going to start now. I know he's in the back there. I'm not even looking at it.
We were going to show you the trophy and...
No!
No!
No.
Can we put it next to you to get a photo?
No.
Frankie, thanks so much for your time. Great to see you, mate. And firstly, congratulations on Enable yesterday.
Yeah, she's the people's favourite. She's the best we got. And always is a relief when she wins for me because it's job done, But it was, I had to shed a tear yesterday because it's the last time we have raced her in this country. So now there's only one target to go and try the third arc, what has never been done before. So we got a bit of time to wait, but it's very exciting.
You've got a great connection with her, though. We don't see you move to tears often, so you obviously love her dearly.
Yeah, I mean, look, anyone in horse racing love horses, but she's taken me somewhere that other horses haven't emotionally. We've been around the world, we won every race everywhere, and so you get attached to them. And obviously, I ride her twice a week. And yesterday I couldn't hold my emotions because the simple fact that this is it in this country. You're not going to see her again. So it's very rare in this country you get horses to race when they're that good until they're 5. They usually retire them after the 3-year-old campaign. So I got in touch with her, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
You're in your late 40s. You look extreme.
Don't say that.
You look extremely fit. You look like you're riding at the absolute peak of your powers. Is that fair?
I keep myself fit, in the gym and stuff. Obviously I have more experience now. I've been doing it for so long, and I try to pick and choose where I ride just to keep my mind fresh and happy. Avoid a lot of the races that I used to do. I just concentrated on big meetings, and it keeps me fresh mentally, and it makes me want to do it when I do it. So, and obviously it does help when you work for John Gosden. He's an amazing trainer, he's a good pal, and he's got some amazing horses.
14 Group 1s in just over 80 days. I mean, this is a season like no other, isn't it?
We are very lucky, obviously our neighbour's been a big part of it, and Stradivarius and Two Down Hot. So we've had some real champions in the stables this year, and may long continue. I don't want to jinx it yet.
Stradivarius, could he possibly win a Melbourne Cup, or do you think he'd get too much weight?
It's not a very big horse, and he would have to do something really hard to give weight to younger horses and bigger horses. He's definitely good enough to do it. Who knows? Perhaps in the future.
What about the resurgence of your career, late in your career? I mean, 4 years ago you were, in the depths of the lows, if you like it. But at the moment, you're now just riding. That must have taken a lot of hard work to get back up on top. Yeah,
you just believe in your talent, hard work, obviously, and enjoy what you do. I do enjoy riding. I do enjoy riding for John. We got a mixture of owners in the stables, and everybody's different. And when things are going good, it's easy to get up in the morning and do your stuff. So I'm very lucky this last 3 years. Obviously, when Golden Ode came along in 2015, that it kickstarted everything. And then obviously we had Cracksman and Enable has come along, and Stradivarius. So I've been very blessed with the quality of horses I've had in the last 4 years. Sometimes you wait 20 years to get one of those, and I happen to have 4 or 5 in the space of 3 years. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I noticed yesterday your relationship with the crowd. the crowd loves you and you look like you feed a lot of energy off them.
Look, some people are shy. I'm definitely not a shy person. I enjoy interact with the crowd. People get behind me and I feed off them. It gives me more adrenaline. It makes me perform better, and it just takes me to another level. And so it's nice. I mean, it took me 33 years. I think finally, I think they like me, so I'm okay.
You remind me of Roger Federer in the fact that everyone loves you, and late in your career you look like you appreciate it more. Is that fair?
I guess because, look, usually punters took out of their pockets, and I've been winning quite a lot lately, so right. I've become the best friend. Let's see what happens when I have a losing streak, if they're still friends of mine. No, but at the moment, more so, I think people are getting attached to Enable and obviously Stradivarius. They've been going a while since I've been beaten, so it draws the crowds, and I can really feel it. I know they show prize favourite. It means a lot for the public to see them star horses winning all the time, like you had Winx. She used to put thousands of people in the gate because she did something that no other horse have ever done.
If I had a horse and you were unable to ride and you owned it, who would you want to ride your horse? Who do you think's the best rider at the moment?
Well, without saying, obviously Ryan is the one who makes less mistakes. I think at the moment Oshie Murphy is riding the best I've ever seen him ride, and he's a young for age. He's only young. I think he's 23, 24, but it feels like he's been around a long time. So he's very confident, and he's the guy to watch out for the future.
Can we go down memory lane? You're a 22-year-old and you arrive in Australia for the 1993 Melbourne Cup. We've heard so much of the story of Vintage Crop and Mick Canaan and Dermot Weld. You rode Drum Taps. Describe it to us.
Well, Drum Taps obviously won the Gold Cup, and it was trained by
Lord Huntington.
It was William Aston Bass then, before he changed his title. Right. And I'm not so sure about his Australian background, but I think he trained or he was assistant in Australia, or some sort of connection in Australia. So I think it was his ambition to send those for the Melbourne Cup, and obviously Drum Taps fit the bill because he was a Gold Cup winner. And we went, and it was an experience for me, obviously. Dad went to Perth and Adelaide and for them jockeys things, so he always had great memories of Australia. And I embarked on my trip to Down Under. I was 22, I didn't know what to expect. And it was fascinating because it was all so different. And a lot of was made about my horse because it was a Gold Cup winner. And I think Vintage Crop, he didn't have the best trip Down Under, so he slipped under the radar a bit. And it was quite daunting when I went to the jockeys room. I think we were looked at as aliens, and nobody kind of spoke to us, and we were given a little piece in the corner, and it was quite a hostile vibe in those days. I think everybody was scared. Oh, they're going to come here and take a cup away, and then obviously my horse did run so well, and Vintage Crop won, and I remember it was good and was bad. I mean, the good thing is the race became international, but it was a lot of people, down under thinking, this is going to open the floodgates, we're never going to win her again, la 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 la. So it was a lot of controversial. I remember seeing it, and I kind of stepped out of it. But it was my first experience, and I loved it. And obviously I knew Brent Thompson from England, and then Greg Hall, and then he was riding for Lloyd Williams at the time, so I met Lloyd Williams and all the people in Australia races, and they made me really feel welcome, and I really, really loved it. And then years down the line, I married Catherine Watt. Her mother, she's from Bathurst, and her father's from New Zealand, so we have connections now in Australia with, not my family, but my wife's family. So they spread out a bit. Some in Brisbane, some in Sydney, some in New Zealand. So, And I mean, it goes without saying that every time that I do come and ride the Melbourne Cup, I get the phone calls and I get the same question: why have you not won the Melbourne Cup yet? Why? Well, I have been trying. So I love to do it for them, obviously for myself too. It's one of the greatest races in the world that I haven't won yet, but we'll keep on trying.
So when you go down, do you go out to Bathurst? Do you catch up with the family
No,
there?
I mean, I think most of the, funny enough, I think most of the family moved, like I said, some in Sydney, some were in Singleton, some in Brisbane. So I did my tour. Yeah. Unfortunately, when I do come for the Melbourne Cup, it's all about the Melbourne Cup. So I have to stay in Melbourne and focus, and I haven't got much time to see them. But obviously, I keep in touch with phone calls and stuff. But there is a lot of following for that race.
You know what you've said now? You're now Aussie Frankie Dettori. We're going to claim you when you eventually win the Cup. You've had 16 attempts at the race. You've been runner-up a couple of times. Is there one couple that you think, gee, that was the one that got away?
Well, I think obviously when Keith Tara broke down and I rode the 50-to-1 shot Centre Park, he was, he ran a good second. I wasn't unlucky. Obviously, the one that stood in my mind is Max Dynamite. I was blocked on the fence and I had to switch out and knocked a few jockeys over, and that cost me a month ban and a few dollars fine. And unfortunately, Michelle got first run on me, and I think another 100 yards, probably would have won. But that's the Cup for you. And in a lot of times, I rode the horses that they were either lame or didn't travel very well. So I never really had a good shot at it, proper good shot at it. So we'll keep on persevering.
You've seen the race change a lot though, haven't you? The Melbourne Cup, since when Vintage Crop
Yes.
changed it forever. The type of horse required to win it, can you describe the difference now?
I think we were focusing too much on staying types. I think you need you probably had horse with more speed, mile and a half to 2,800 meter horse in Europe is perhaps good enough. French horses are done particularly well in the race. Their training is more like the Australian training, like stop, start, and sprinting. Our English horses are more dour stayers. But yes, now, before you could pick 2 or 3 good horses, now you can pick 10. The weight is really squashed. Yeah. And in the days then horses used to get in with 51 have gone. Now, sometimes the bottom weight has 53 or 54, so you only got a 4 kilo spread. So it makes the race more competitive and more hard to win. But it's great for the public and it's great for horse race.
Do you sense how much the Australian public loves you? You're like an adopted son, but we're desperate for you to try to win the race. Do you sense that?
I do. Obviously everybody knows that I never won the Melbourne Cup. I won most of the major races in the world, and that's the one where so far has eluded me. So, of course I want to win it. I can feel it that I've got your nation behind me to try to make me win it.
A couple of our Australian jockeys described you to me as the jockey's jockey. You are popular in the jockey room of every country that you ever ride in. That must mean a lot to you. Well, first of all, I enjoy what I do. I have friends all over the world, and even if when I'm out there by myself, I try to win. And beyond that, I enjoy different cultures, different friendship, and fun. And every time I go to Australia, I have a lot of fun.
Frankie gradually squeezing every last drop out of a navel. Frankie Dettori off the home bend has been magical this afternoon.